Gentlemen, here we are at the trade deadline. Like I had mentioned last episode, I think that we are going to be sellers at this trade deadline. And just as I was simulating to this trade deadline, I found out some very unfortunate news. Oh my god, are you kidding me? This man is legitimately made out of glass. Ilya Sorokin out for the season with an MCL sprain. Are you kidding me? Yep, so Ilya Sorokin out for the season. We are just going to be mediocrity for this season. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to sell at this trade deadline, and we're just going to rebuild this offseason, try to fight for a good draft selection like the Islanders did in real life. Here we go, entering into our first trade deadline as the GM of the New York Islanders. So looking at the best available players here, Carter Hart on the Predators, that's very fitting. But we have Anders Lee, who's on the best available list here, as the Kings are already making trades at 6 a.m. Looking at Anders Lee here, he's got 15 teams that he has on his no trade clause, and he's willing to get traded to the Rangers. So I do know that he is our captain, and he has been with this organization for a long time, but I think now is the right time to move him. So I have a potential deal lined up here, and my question is, will it be possible to get a first-round pick for Anders Lee? This is Toronto's first-round pick from the Chicago Blackhawks. Are you kidding me, Minnesota? I'm trying to make a deal here. Anyways, back to what we were doing. Let's see if this trade goes through. They will reject it. I think we'll come back to Chicago, but for now, we'll try to see what we can get from other teams. So I'm looking at Philadelphia here, who has not one, not two, but 3 first-round picks. We'll see what we can get from Edmonton's first-round pick. Rejected, but I feel like we're very close, so I think we're going to add something on here. We're going to be adding on a 7th-round pick of our own, and they will take it. So Anders Lee is traded to a Metropolitan rival for Edmonton's first-round pick. Islanders fans, I'm very sorry. Looking at some other pieces here, I'm kind of looking more towards Scott Mayfield. Just kidding, he has a no-trade clause. So looking at our potential trading options, I'm looking at John Gabriel Pageau specifically. He's not a bad player, don't get me wrong, but for his age and for his overall rating, I think we can get something out of him, especially with that trade value. This time, I'm going to try not to send him to a division rival. So I'm circling back to Chicago here. I'm looking at that first-round pick from Toronto. I'm trying to build up all these first-round picks. In terms of trade value, it looks like it's a little towards our side, so I can see if I can finesse something from Chicago. So this is going to be our final offer to Chicago. We're going to send Pageau, Palmieri, and Beckman over, as long as a 6th-round pick for Nazar and a first-round pick. They are gonna reject. So I revitalized the trade a little bit. I did not expect them to accept it. So it's going to be J.G. Pageau to Chicago and Adam Beckman, as well as a 5th-round pick and a 6th-round pick from this year in exchange for Frank Nazar and a first-round pick from Toronto. I think I kind of cooked on that one. Okay, so we got just about an hour left in our trade deadline. Let's see if we could cook up one more move. So I'm going to try this offer here. I'm looking at Kyle Palmieri. He's got his last year on his contract, $5 million, over to the Columbus Blue Jackets, who are god-awful, for Denton Mateychuk. Let's see if they can take it 1-for-1. They will not. Oh, I got one more deal lined up. It's 11:58, 11:59. I got to do this fast. Oh, my God. No. Are you serious? Are you f***ing kidding me? I had a deal lined up for Jet Luchenko. Oh, no. Are you serious? Knew I had to hurry up, and I took my sweet-ass time. Are you serious? But we did get a deal done for Frank Nazar. He is a New York Islander. And we did trade our captain to the Philadelphia Flyers. So looking at the standings, we are about 8 points behind the New Jersey Devils, 3 games behind them. Let's take a look at our team now, and this team is still awful. Liam Foudy on our 3rd line. He's wearing Brock Nelson's number 29. And Frank Nazar will wear number 90 for the New York Islanders, as number 91 is retired. Sorokin and Dobson are arguably our 2 best players are hurt, because of course they are. And Semyon Varlamov, who is injured in real life, but he is starting for us here with Jakub Skarik as our backup. So let's get into the action here. The start of our road trip in California, and we have the San Jose Sharks. First game post-trade deadline for the New York Islanders. We're going to get underway here as Horvat will take the draw against Celebrini. Speaking of Celebrini, I did pull his Young Guns card yesterday, which I thought was pretty sick. Retails for about $150, which is pretty cool. There he is, Frank Nazar, his first game as a New York Islander, and he's on the bench there. Let me know what you guys think of that trade. Honestly, I kind of think of it as a steal. I can see Nazar being a long-term piece here. Horvat out in front. Okay. Mario Ferraro just put in his own net. The New York Islanders have a 1-0 lead. That's certainly a way to get a goal. Bo Horvat with the easiest goal of his life, possibly. Here's number 29, Liam Foudy. Honestly, I had no idea he was on this team, and I would not have given him 29. But whatever. This is the same guy that wore Josh Bailey's number 12. So, long stretch pass to Pulak. He's through. Oh, nice move, but he can't get past. He gets rocked. Oh, out in front for Horvat. He almost got another own goal right there. Poked away by Engvall. He's looking for a breakaway. Can he get it? No. Here's Frank Nazar. His first opportunity as a New York Islander. He shoots it. By the way, playing with him, he feels fast as hell. Oh, Barzal just sacrificed himself for that play. Good boy. Long stretch pass to Horvat. He's on a breakaway. Does he have enough time? Forehand, backhand, and Gorgiev covers. Simplikov pokes it. Horvat, no. Alright, no goals this period, but we played pretty solid, I'm not going to lie. Semyon Varlamov facing 9 shots. He's holding an SO right now. I'm not going to say the actual word, but you know what I'm talking about. I'm not superstitious, but I'm very stitious. Can you just imagine, you're a fan at the SAP Center, you're going to watch the mediocrity San Jose Sharks versus the mid-New York Islanders, and it's the third period, and the only goal of the game in this 1-0 game is an own goal. I kind of just screwed Varlamov out of the save right there. Whoops. 50-point season for the Mac Daddy, though. Good for him. Watch Palmieri here. He just he just shoves his ass into Varlamov. Luchenko wouldn't have done that. I don't think. Couture interferes the hell out of Horvat. Islanders go into the power play. Oh, okay. I honestly did not mean to do that, but Boquist has got a goal here. Islanders score on the power play. Barzal right off the breakaway. Oh, I tried my luck. Oh, Horvat a tip in front from a shot from Romanov. His second goal of the game. Look at that hand-eye coordination from Bosa Horvat. Oh, we're going to have a fight here. Romanov and Gregor. Oh, fists are going. Ding, ding, ding. Oh, oh, Noah Gregor gets rocked. Romanov, what a fight, buddy. No chance for Gregor there. Alex Romanov, 5 minutes to the box for fighting. Barzal's going to rip it into the empty net. The Islanders are going to take this one in San Jose. Looking back at it, I don't think I've actually scored a goal with Barzal. I feel like every goal I score with him is just an empty netter. 2-goal night from Bo Horvat, and we move. So looking at the stats here before we simulate into the final month of the season, it looks like Alex Ovechkin has already broken the goal record, so we don't have to worry about that as we face him twice in the final month of the season. As for ourselves, though, Matt Barzal is our leading point scorer with 59. Horvat here also at 59, so it looks like they're tied. Kucherov and point down the wire for the Art Ross race. Alright, so now let's simulate to the final month of the season. So we're in the beginning of April here, and we're pretty much in the same situation as we were last month. We're going to simulate to April 15th against the Washington Capitals. It's going to be our last home game of the season. We have officially been mathematically eliminated from the playoffs as the Islanders end the season 84 points. Boston taking the last wild card spot with 89. So we're just going to jump into the third period here. I mean, the season's over already. Alright, so here we are for the third period. Let's see if we could try to send the fans home on a high note. Let's try to get a comeback here against Washington. Oh, Palmieri gets laid out by the Big O. Oh my god, what a hit by Cizikas, and another one! Is he gonna drop the gloves? Of course he is! Casey Cizikas single-handedly trying to get the momentum back in this game. What a warrior. Cizikas rocking him. And ding, ding, ding. Let's watch this absolute crazy sequence from Casey Cizikas. He flips over Ethan Bear, then lays out Mangiapane. Ethan Bear comes over, and they drop the gloves. What a play by Casey Cizikas. What a goon. If that doesn't spark up momentum for a comeback, I don't know what does. I don't know how, but the puck ends up on Engvall's stick. He's on a breakaway. He absolutely roofs it. Oh, she gets rocked by Romanov. We're going to have another fight here. Romanov, his second fight of this video. What a dodge. And ding, ding, ding. Romanov's dropped Dubois. We got Cizikas and Romanov next to each other in the box. 2 fighting penalties. Our season's already over. We're going to go out on a bang. The funny thing is, I didn't initiate any of these fights. They're just forcing me to fight. Okay. Well, it's nobody's surprise. Alex Ovechkin gets his goal. The most important goal of Alex Ovechkin's career at UBS Arena. We're going to have another fight. It just initiated another fight. I don't even know why. Oh, Chikrin absolutely rocks Pulak. Bands that make her dance. Bands that make her dance. Complete New York Islanders fashion. We're going to get shut out to end the season at home. Absolutely embarrassing. And we're going to end our season on a 10-1 win against the Columbus Blue Jackets. If we decided to put up 10 goals in every game, we wouldn't have been eliminated, but we decided to do it on the last game of the season. So the good news, at least, is we ended up 4 points better than the New York Islanders did in real life. They ended up 35, 35, and 12 for 82 points. 12 overtime losses is actually crazy. And the Oilers are going to take the President's Trophy. As for Bridgeport, we did not make the playoffs, but we did better than we did in real life. Like, a lot better. The Buffalo Sabres break their curse of missing the playoffs. They have finally made the playoffs here against the Toronto Maple Leafs. If they come back from 3-2 against the Leafs, that'll be hysterical. And so we're going to have a complete rematch of last year's conference finals with the Oilers facing the Stars and the Rangers taking on the Panthers. Absolute jubilation for the New York Islanders fans. The New York Rangers have been eliminated in the conference finals. We're going to get a rematch of the 2024 Stanley Cup Finals. Will Connor McDavid take home Lord Stanley this year, or will the Panthers repeat? Your Stanley Cup champions, the Edmonton Oilers, a rematch of 2024. Connor McDavid and the Oilers have finally done it. I swear, if this ends up like a Cavaliers-Warriors situation where we have the same final for like 4 years in a row. But now our next focus is next week's entry draft. We do hold the Stanley Cup champions first round pick. As for ourselves, though, let's see if we can work our voodoo magic again. Can we win the draft lottery in this simulation? And it looks like it'll be the Montreal Canadiens who are working their voodoo magic. They will go from 11-1, and they will win the draft lottery. We're going to stay at 12. Louis Blues with the worst record, they're going to drop to 3. Philadelphia will stay at 2. So Montreal, Philadelphia, St. Louis. Sean Mann looks to be the Central Scouting top rank. Chuck Acton dropping down 1 spot. The real life number 1 consensus pick, Matthew Schaefer, drops to 4. Michael Misa dropping to 6. Ladies and gentlemen, let's jump into the NHL draft. And speaking of NHL drafts, I will be in Los Angeles to attend the New York Islanders making their first overall selection. Once again, let me know in the comments, who do you think the Islanders will take? But as for this simulation, it is the Montreal Canadiens who have worked their way up to the number 1 selection. Sean Mann will go first overall to the Montreal Canadiens, 80 overall playmaker from the United States. So here's our top 3, Acton going second and Culp going third. Honestly, you could switch around these top 2 picks. It really wouldn't matter. The top 3 is going to be all generated players. Matthew Schaefer will go to the Anaheim Ducks, and Roger McQueen will go 5th to the Columbus Blue Jackets. So here we are now. The 12th overall selection will be made by the New York Islanders, our first pick of the first round. A couple of options here. Cole Retchney. He's a little undersized, but he is quite a point producer. You have Jordan Gavin here, who has dropped a little bit, and he is only an AHL top 6 forward. His point production is not bad. We have Anton Frundell, who is projected to be one of the top picks in the draft in real life. But I think this will be our pick. Mikhail Kulemin. He's a Russian defenseman with all A stats pretty much. Little B on the physical and defense side, which is very important. Got an X factor, and he is a medium top 4 potential. NHL ETA of about a year, and he's got a style of PK Subban, which I absolutely love. So with the 12th overall selection in the NHL draft, Mikhail Kulemin, welcome to the New York Islanders. We're going to move from all the way at 12th overall to now the 28th overall. Looking at a couple options we could have had here, I think we made the right move with Kulemin there. Obviously, Frundell could have been a good pick as well. He is a medium elite. But I think, once again, we did make the right selection. The Canadiens take Zach Morin as a low franchise. That's interesting to see. So let's take a look at a couple options we have with the 28th overall selection. Jamiro Reber. I definitely mispronounced that. Whatever. We don't have him scouted enough where I can confidently say that he's good. He's somewhat a medium elite potential. He's got a similar style of Joe Thornton. I'm absolutely not going to try to say this man's name. But nonetheless, medium top 6 forward. He doesn't look too bad either. Bill Zonin, same thing with him. Doesn't look too bad. But I think the New York Islanders are going to go off the board here. We're going to make a very important selection. Consensus top 5 pick in the real NHL draft. James Higgins. He's a Long Island kid. James Higgins, welcome to the New York Islanders. 78 overall, low elite. Obviously, he is a created player, but this is an updated roster that I took from somebody. 43 assists on the season. And look at those stats for a two-way forward. Not bad at all. There is a good shot our 2 first-round selections could crack this year's roster. Looking at what we could have had, I think once again we made the perfect selection. And I'm shocked that he dropped to 34 on the rankings. We're back with the final selection of the first round from the Stanley Cup champions, the Edmonton Oilers. Most of these options were still here a couple picks ago, so I'm not going to go too into detail. I think we're going to go with our best available option, Bill Zonin, medium top 9 forward. Bill Zonin, welcome to the New York Islanders. It is a left winger, 67 overall playmaker, medium top 9 forward. So here we are now up to the 44th overall selection. So after evaluating my options, I think we're going to go this man right here, Alex Huang, our second defenseman of the draft. He's up at 6'1". Pretty decent stats as an offensive defenseman. He's got a similar style to Mark Howe, and he's somewhat at a medium elite. NHL ETA of about 2 years. And Alex Huang, welcome to the New York Islanders. Medium top 6 defenseman at a 68 overall. At the 76th overall, I'm looking at Sam Johnston here from the Guelph. Wow, I cannot pronounce Guelph. Guelph? Is that how it's pronounced? I don't know. Not much I could really say. I mean, it is a 4th round pick. Sam Johnston, welcome to the New York Islanders. Okay, now we're in the 4th round. Okay, so with our 108th selection, we're going to take this guy from Sweden here, Viggo Nordlund. That's an absolutely hard name. Viggo Nordlund, welcome to the New York Islanders. And so I just realized we did trade our 6th and 5th pick over to the Montreal Canadiens. So that's going to do it for our draft here. It's going to end here in the 4th round as we did trade some of our picks over. But honestly, I am absolutely content with this draft. Bringing home Long Island kid James Higgins, and we had 3 selections in the top round. And so that's going to do it here for us in this episode. But let me know what you think of our draft selections. I think we absolutely cooked. And for our next episode, we're going to dive straight into free agency. We'll re-sign our current players, and we'll see if we can add any new additions from the free agency pool. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to follow the socials to stay updated. And let's go, Islanders.